Lobsters are immortal? Let's talk about why. Humans and lobsters age differently. In humans, we can see the symptoms of aging very clearly. People lose their appetite, their hair turns gray, and they're no longer able to reproduce. Lobsters, however, will continue to grow and get stronger as they age, and they can reproduce throughout their entire life. This is due to the fact that humans undergo a process called cellular senescence as they continue living, and lobsters do not. Cellular senescence is the process of cells deteriorating and no longer being able to divide. During cell division, or mitosis, cells undergo a process where the DNA is copied in order to create a sister cell. During this DNA being copied, a lot can go wrong. There can be damage done to the DNA, or it can be copied incorrectly. In order to stop this from happening, our cells have something called telomeres on the end of our DNA strands. It's a piece of DNA code that is repeated over and over again and serves no other purpose that we know of than to be a buffer. This buffer means that if any damage comes to the ends of the DNA strand, nothing will happen. It won't affect any other biological process because the telomeres are not used in any other biological process. However, during each cell division, the telomeres will naturally get shorter and shorter until they're too short for the cell to divide. This means that over time, human cells are no longer able to divide, and a human will die of natural causes. Lobsters do not experience cellular senescence due to the fact they have something called telomerase. In a paper written by Chibueze and Bach, telomerase is described as a ribonucleoprotein enzymatic complex, and it catalyzes the addition of telomeric repeats to the tips of chromosomes DNA. This makes them prevent the loss of telomeric sequence that occurs normally at each cell division. Whenever there is telomerase activity, there is stabilization of the chromosome length. Replication of the cell is not limited, and cells are immortal. Basically, due to this telomerase, lobster cells are able to divide over and over again. They're not limited like human cells are. This, however, unfortunately does not mean that our buddy lobsters cannot die. They can still die from predators or outside forces, or due to shell disease that can weaken their shell or get them stuck in the middle of the molting process. So overall, their cells are pretty cool and immortal,